Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. It is a gorgeous morning here in the Atlanta area today. It's October 1st, starting a brand new month. The fire ban is over, so be striking the match today. I think I will anyway. It's a good, calm, still day, so uh, I probably will go out there right after this and get it going, throw stuff on it all day. So let's see who we got hanging out with us today. Got a few folks over there already, looks like. Let's see. We have Earl Walker's in the house. 49 going to, or 45 going to 59. Good morning, Earl. Troy Pritchard's in the house. Happy Thursday. Big D's here. Chilly 48 headed to a warmer 59 in gorgeous Brooklyn, Michigan. All righty. Good to see you, Big D. Hope you had a good birthday yesterday. Kevin Ellis is with us this morning. How you doing, Kevin? LB Sharp. Is this where all the cool kids hang out? Nah, but we gather here anyway. I don't know. I think y'all are pretty cool. Good Thursday morning to Leo. How you doing, sir? Steven Toronto. Good morning, Steven. Did you buy your flight sim yet? You're asking me about where to get them and stuff. I'm wondering if you were getting the bug. Gary Hammett Creations. Good morning, sir. Paul Stewart. Good morning, Paul. How are you? Bart Bixel. Good morning, Bart. How you doing? Bob Sims. Bob, I got your email this morning. Thank you so much. He sent me an email with a well, see, I guess it's a VCAR file, a Vectric file for a yoke. So I'm going to check that out. I've already looked at it a little bit. I haven't had time to check it out thoroughly, but yeah, it looks like it looks pretty sweet. It looks like just like what I'm wanting to do. George Rothfuss is in the house. Good morning, George. How are you, sir? Mike Reynolds is here. Happy Thursday to you. Dave Mack, sitting at the Dodge dealer, having work done on the truck. All righty. Well, I hope I get you fixed up. Burn, baby, burn. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. The fire ban is over. I can't believe my neighbor over there, because I could probably see where he puts his fire. I could see it through those trees right there. I'm surprised he hadn't got out there and set his big. And of course, maybe he's already done it. Maybe I missed it. Maybe he did it early this morning. Jesse's here this morning. How you doing, Jesse? Good to see you. Jim Senecola. Had to turn on the furnace today. Oh, come on. It's October 1st. There's Ray Whitaker. How you doing, Ray? Always have one of them Whitaker boys in here. You notice that? If it's not Doc, it's Ray, and sometimes it's both of them. Sometimes we even get Carl in here. Sean says, ice on the windshield this morning, first time this year. Ooh, that's a little early for that. It'll be a while before we have that around here, I think. Steve Gronsky, good morning. Late start for him, he says. No rush. No rush. Thursday's a easy going day. Got coffee nice and hot. And I just got a feeling it's going to be an awesome day. I really do. Went out to, me and the boys, we went out for our late evening, right before bedtime potty break out in the front. I guess it's probably about, I don't know, 10 o'clock or so. And I thought, man, it's light out here. I mean, I have a couple of lights, motion sensor lights on the garage there that come on as soon as you walk out, and they light it up pretty well because they're the LED kind. But as I was standing farther out in the driveway, I thought, man, it's awful bright out here. And I turned around. Behind me was over towards the east, I guess maybe a little bit southeast, was the moon, and it was just as bright and shiny as it could be, like a little spotlight up there. But it wasn't full moon. What I saw this morning on the weather, my favorite weather lady, she said that on October 1st we have the harvest moon, and at least for this area, I don't know about what time in your area, but it starts officially at 5:06 p.m. tonight. So once it gets dark a little later, I'll have to walk out there and check that out because, man, it was bright. Well, like I said, you could tell it wasn't quite full, and it wasn't really all that big. But, man, it was bright. It was like somebody had a big spotlight out there. And I'm trying to see. We've still got when do we change time again? Is that November 1st? I think so. I think that's when it is. Not looking forward to that. I hate when they do that. I wish they'd just leave the time thing alone. It's so crazy. But I hate, because it gets darker earlier and earlier anyway. And then when they do that thing, it's like, boom, now it's like, 5 or 6 o'clock. And it's already dark. That's just always a depressing time for me. I like daylight. I like things bright. So let's see here. I think I'm missing a few comments here. Klondike's here. How you doing, sir? Jesse said he's going to shop for a new ride. More prices drop some. Yeah, I guess now would be a pretty good time to buy one. I'll still probably get mine out a few times. I'm thinking probably at least a couple more times, if not more. Let's see. Ray Wicker says Hemps will pick beans and now need a car and truck washed. Bean dust. Yeah. That darn bean dust. Let's see. Steven Toronto says the only problem I have is I have a powerful MacBook Pro. My Windows machines are kind of old and not so powerful. I do have a PS3. Looking at my different options as to what will work. I don't know. I'm not. You probably know more about computers than I do, but my specs. Well, I bought this computer December of last year, I think. So it's about a year old, and it's let me pull it up here because I've got it somewhere. It's an i5 something or other. Is that it? No, that's not where I put it. Here we go. Okay, it is an Intel Core i5-8400 CPU at 2.8 gigahertz. I don't know if that tells you anything or not. It has 24 gig of RAM, and the graphics card, which for a sim game, that's as important, if not more. I have an AMD Radeon RX 580 with 4 gig of the memory on the card. So, and I run mine, like I said, they have like a low, medium, a high, and then a ultra as far as the graphic settings. And I haven't tried mine on the ultra yet, but I have a few things on ultra, but I have most of the things set on high. And I'm pretty happy with the performance of mine. And you know how it is when you get computer stuff, you can go out and buy the latest, greatest, fastest, you know, all that stuff. And then, 3 months later, there's something better out. So it's just hard to keep up. And I always have a problem spending it. I really had to think long and hard because I think I spent $800 for that thing back in December. And that's the most I've ever paid for a computer. And I really bought it not because I didn't know streaming was in my future, but I really bought it to do the live. I was streaming. I meant simming. But I bought it because the old computer I had bought extra monitors because now I have 3 monitors. I got this one right here, and then I got one on each side. And it's really handy for when you're doing live streams, which like this. But my old computer just could not handle the 3 screens. When you connected 3 of them up, it would just make everything else go to a crawl. So it didn't have the right kind of graphics card. So that's really why I bought that. And then it just happened to work out that when the new flight simulator come out, I checked what they said the minimum system requirements were and the recommended system requirements, and I kind of fell right in the middle. So I thought, well, it's not the best, but I think it'll run, and it did. So pretty happy. Yeah, Gary says November 1st on the daylight savings time stuff. I'm missing a bunch of comments here. Let's see. LB says, Jesse, you might want to wait one more month on getting that riding mower. Or after Christmas. Yeah. Ray says, where's Janet? She knows all that stuff. I don't know. I haven't seen her today. I hope she's okay. Usually she's one of the first Facebook folks I see here. You might better check on her, Ray. She's usually here. And when she's not, I worry about her. Jeff Morgan's here. He says he needs more coffee. I hear that. Let's see here. I thought of waiting, but the local store inventory is low and my transmission is going out on his. I bought mine several years ago. I have a John Deere. I can't even remember the number of it. If somebody says it, I'll know it. It's not the super big one or anything. But I remember Lowe's was having a Father's Day sale. So I treated myself and got that, and it came with a little plastic looking dump trailer type thingy, which I never really use. I think I've used it once or twice. It's good for hooking up and driving around the back, collecting all the sticks and limbs and stuff that fall in. But yeah, I've had that thing, I want to say 5 or 6 years now. It's been a good one. I mean, what they say, nothing runs like a deer. But let's see here. Dave says he usually mows up until around November 15th, and he's up in Michigan. Says I also mulch up leaves during this time of year. Yeah, I usually mow, all the way past Thanksgiving. Usually around the first part of December, I can get by with maybe not doing it, but yeah, time changed November 1st. Bob says he's off to get his new PC today, just waiting for the email. Sweet. What are you getting, Bob? Share the specs if you want to. I have found frame rate in Microsoft Flight Simulator is my key enjoyment factor. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I'm really just super happy with that flight sim. It's just so much fun. It's so relaxing. It's because when I have some free time that where I just want to chill and um, not do a whole lot, you go to turn on the TV and oh my god, especially now around election time, it's like ah, every 2 minutes there's a commercial, somebody bashing somebody else and stuff, and I'm like, I don't just turn that off. And even YouTube is bad because when you watch YouTube, when they have the ads on there, it's all political stuff. So I kind of um, started lowering my YouTube watch time here as well. He says, I have a John Deere I got on eBay for $650. Seller was upset, but he didn't put a minimum. Had it for 15 years. Yeah, that's the thing. If you don't want to take less than a certain amount, you better put that on there if you're doing one of those eBay auction things, because you may think it'll run up, but it may not. May not. Ronald Cool's in the house. How you doing, Ronald? Good to see you. Let's see. Yeah, let me know, Ray. Like I said, she's always here. Um, I hope Otis hadn't, found her another friend. I don't know if you saw that, what she posted about her cat, Otis. Caught a mouse and brought it to her in the bed. That was funny listening to her describe that little episode. But yeah, let me know what's going on with her. I don't mind if she takes a day off. Doesn't want to come to the coffee session, but when you're here every day like that, like she is, and then you don't show up, people worry. So she loves mice in bed. Yeah, that was hilarious. I just think first of all, I think it's hilarious that she's got a cat named Otis. That's pretty funny. All right, here we go. Bob Sims got his stats here. Listen up, Stephen. You see what? Oh, he's getting an i5. Okay, 9400. Mine. What did I say? Mine was. Mine's i5 8400. Hex core NVIDIA GeForce 2060 6. Yeah, you got a better graphics card for sure. Yeah, that should do quite nice. 3000. Okay, the memory, yeah. All right. I can make out most of that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I this one too when I bought, and I think maybe that's why I'm having a better pretty good performance out of my running that flight sim, is this computer came with two hard drives. One is the whatever the regular kind is. I don't know. I can't remember what you call them. And then the other one is an what is it? SSI or SSD, whatever. And anyway, when I put the flight sim, I put it on that D drive, which didn't have anything on it because I hadn't used it at all up until now. So I don't know whether that's got anything to do with it or not, but like I said, I'm really, really happy to. Although I was watching a guy. I don't know if you guys watch him. Is what is it? He's an Australian guy. Os Simmer, I think is his name. AUS Simmer. Anyway, he was doing a live stream, and his crashed when he went to open up the VFR map. And I was having some trouble with that yesterday, right after that update. And then they were talking about that, a lot of people are having that problem. So it'll work fine as long as they don't go to open that VFR map. And he forgot somebody to ask him what's the nearest airport, and he went to show him, and as soon as he went to touch it, it went quit. So he had to restart. So yeah, I hope they get that fixed. Although later on, there was one time, because I was doing it by pressing V on my keyboard, which brings it up, and every time I do it, I get going. I go, okay, let me try it, and I'd hit that button. As soon as you hit it, it would lock it up and stop. Well, then I thought, okay, well, now let me try with using the mouse and going up to that menu at the top. And when I did it, it was weird because it didn't. I was sitting still. I wasn't flying. I was just sitting at the, how the start where you're at the end of the runway. And when I opened up the VFR map, it was just a black thing. But then when I took the mouse and went and clicked on it, then it got green and looked like it's supposed to. And then after that, I did a few little test flights and it worked. So I don't know. There's some kind of bug, I guess, from that last update. And yeah, the Windows boots from the SSD and the rest of the programs will be on the SATA drive. That's what I was trying to think of. Bob knows his computer stuff, doesn't he? I can't remember all that stuff. I don't. I used to be fairly knowledgeable about computers. A few years back, I've built my own before. Get on the whatever. What is that one place? CD something, and you ordered all the parts and the motherboard, and you build your own. It's cheaper if you know how to do that stuff. But I haven't done it for so long, and that technology stuff. If you don't keep up with it, it's easy to forget. Let's see. George says the ultimate Microsoft Flight Simulator thrill is the EAA AirVenture Oshkosh. Not sure if there is a scenery file for it in the new software. I don't know. Oh, Bob said that was his job. So, well, I guess you should know that stuff then. I'll have to try to check that out. EAA. Let me write that down. EAA. AirVenture. Oshkosh. Oh, that Oshkosh sounds familiar. So, because would that be in the challenge section? Because they have I don't know about the old one, the older one that you have, but the 2020 one has a thing called challenges where you can go take challenges, and it's landing challenges, and you try to land at the shortest airstrip in the world or whatever, just crazy stuff. Bob says he cannot build them as cheap as he can buy them. Okay. Well, maybe that's changed then. Everything changes. And computers, I guess they have come down a lot over the years, like most things. Once they were out a while, the price drops on them a little bit. I can remember when memory used to be just ridiculous, and now it's not too bad. Jesse said, Dave says solid state drive. The other drive's mechanical. Yeah. Thank you. Jesse said he builds his own. All right. Amen, Jesse, says Dave Clinton. So, yeah, I'm going to, it's just so calm. It's the perfect day. I mean, a lot of times when the October 1st rolls around, I can't get out there and do the burn thing because it's, super windy or uh, rainy or something like that. But it's just the perfect fall day. There's no, I mean, you can look out there. I'm looking at my cameras out there. Flag's not moving, not a bit, not a breath of wind going. So I probably will go ahead and get a fire going and see how much I can get burned up today. I really just want to sit in here and fly. That's what I want to do. It's so much fun. But yeah, had to work out there yesterday. Plus, I did the other live stream yesterday. Yeah, Bob says this is the first I have bought. All others I have built. Yeah, well, I mean, if you can buy it as cheap as you can build it, might as well get one ready to go. Watch YouTube on landings at EEA. Okay, I will do that. I will do that. Yeah, most expensive part for good graphics. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't. There's supposed to be a new one. I probably shouldn't even say it because I probably get it wrong, but it's like I think it's an NVIDIA or maybe it's a Radeon. I'm not sure, but anyway, it's like a 3,000 something. They say it's going to be due out in the next couple of months or something. And I don't know how much those things are when they first come out. I imagine they're a little chunk of change. But I wanted to show, because it's almost time for me to get out of here. Let me show this real quick. This is what Bob sent me this morning. This model for this yoke here. So I may try that out. It looks like it's I'm not sure how that would work though. I don't know. I may do something with that. I appreciate you sending it to me, Bob. Jeff says, used to fly a lot back in the day with Flight Sim 95. Yeah. I did not know. Like I said, I'm out of touch on a lot of this stuff. But the one I had was Flight Simulator 98. That's, and I didn't really have much time to do it. Life gets in the way and stuff, kids and all that. So I never had as much time to mess around with it. But then when I got the 2020, when I saw somebody post something on Facebook, they'd got it. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even know that was still around. And I started watching videos and I'm like, oh man, this is too cool. So I was hooked and I had to get it. And then I didn't realize that, they started in 82. Of course, it's pretty crude, the graphics and all, but still, they've been at it a long time. But I guess this is the first one since Flight Sim, or for Microsoft, first one since Flight Sim 10, or the Roman numeral X or whatever. But yeah. Yeah, Bob said he made flat bottom for ease. Yeah, that makes it easy that way. I might just I don't know. I've got an idea how I want to do one, but I'll have to do a glue up first to get it thick enough, and then try some different things. But all right, let me get this last comment here, and then Microsoft used to say as real as it gets, but there's nothing to crank it into overdrive if you can get into a real airplane and fly into EAA AirVenture Oshkosh. 1,000 plane landing in on week with everything from genies to jets, even spy planes. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining me for coffee this morning. This was number 256, if anybody's keeping track. And tomorrow will be 257 on October 2nd, which is a special day. I don't know if you know that it's a special day or not, but it is. And I'll let you know why tomorrow. Anyway, we'll see y'all. Have a good day. Happy Thursday. And we'll see you.